Joining us in the studio is one of our good friends, Lisa River from ADL Support Services, to have a chat about the International Day of People with Disability. Lisa is the perfect bridge for all of us to learn how we can be more inclusive and how we can celebrate this day. Good morning, Lisa. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm very well today. Today's a really special day, so I jumped out of bed really excited.
Yeah, a bit of pep in your
absolutely.
step. I mean,
Absolutely.
first off, can we ask this day, what is this year's theme?
So this year's theme now, it's a little bit wordy, so hang in there with me. It is Fostering Disability Inclusive Societies for Advancing Social Progress.
Okay, so
What does that mean?
Look, it's wordy, but essentially what it is it's looking at how we can be more inclusive to people living with disability,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
and how much being inclusive for people living with disability and including those people into all of our things, from planning buildings to planning events to planning functions.
So like adding more disabled parks to car parks, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at things like, for example, only a couple of weeks ago we had the pageant in Adelaide.
Yeah.
And I know the Adelaide Council was really good at identifying that there's going to be a percentage of people that are attending the pageant that are going to have disabilities. And so how can we get certain sections of the pageant that foster? There you go,
Right.
the
So is it
third.
like
Yeah,
at the
interesting.
footy when you go into the footy stands and they have the spots for people with disabilities to stand? Did they have that at the pageant?
They did, yeah.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
they had certain sections that could, foster. Again, I'm using that word that
Yeah.
can provide those, whether it's additional space, whether it's a quiet space, whether it's a flat space.
Oh, awesome. Would you say that the trajectory of being more and more inclusive for those with disabilities has gotten better over the years and we're on a good path, or where are we heading?
Look, we can always do better, but I think we're definitely on a great path. I mean, look, I'm a freshie. We all know that.
Yeah.
For a long time, but I get really excited when it literally took one little email. Hey guys, this is what's happening next month.
Yeah.
What should we do? And straight away, you guys, at Fresh were like, yeah, awesome. Let's get you guys on and talk about how we as a community can support. So that's huge.
Yeah.
In a step
Absolutely.
towards people living with disability being seen and heard.
Well, like you said, we can always do better, and it's about doing better, especially on a day like today. And I mean, being from ADL Support Services, being the boss of ADL Support Services, you're one of the leading disability support workers here in the state. So what does this day mean to you guys?
Like I said, it's an awesome day for us to be able to look at a percentage of our clients and go, hey, look, on a national scale or in an international scale, we're actually recognising you guys and we're working together as a community to make your lives better, essentially, to make you guys feel more included because you're a valued part of our community and we really want to demonstrate that to you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, to see the morale around your business when we go and visit and everything you guys do, you smash it out of the park, and there's a lot of warmth there and a lot of love for this cause for sure.
Oh, thank you. We certainly try.
Absolutely. And I'm going to throw potentially a little bit of a hard curveball question, but do you know what percentage of South Australians are actually living with a disability?
Yeah, so 17.5% of South Australians are living
Really?
with a disability.
Yeah, wow.
It's really important to remember that figure is actually for people under the age of 65.
Right.
So
There
from
you
birth
go.
Oh,
to
okay.
65, once they turn 65, they're considered ageing, which, look, is a whole nother conversation we won't be having today.
And that 17.5%, that would only be people that have, there's people that are undiagnosed as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so it's probably a much bigger number than what we think it is. But I mean, how can people, if you are living with disability listening in, how could those people sign up for ADL Support Services and have your hand in all this?
Yeah, so the first step would be getting in touch with us, and then we can look at where you are at in your journey.
Yeah,
it might
cool.
be that, we're needing some diagnoses. It might be that you've had a diagnosis, but you've never been able to access some funding and some support around that, so we can support that journey. Or it might be that you've got a diagnosis and potentially some funding and you're looking at where to use that. So best step would always be to get in touch with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, do it. Lisa, it's great to have you here on such an important day. Thanks so much for your insight and knowledge. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and happy International Day of People with Disability.
Thank you. Thanks so much, guys, for having me.
Cheers.